It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ready to go. Now Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From the 41, Lawrence. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's interference. Defense.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Lawrence will throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. On 4th down on is Logan Cook to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The kick by Bass is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Lawrence to Chenault for a Jaguar first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Open man right side is Sharp. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Play action. It's Lawrence. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Flushed out right, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Charles, 54 yards, I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And now out comes Houston. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, McLean. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Texans at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. Completes this one to Meredith. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Ooh, with a juke. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. On 2nd and a couple. Lawrence. Screen play set up for Williams. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Williams is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Connor will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. So on 3rd down, they dialed up the draw play. It worked. Got him in the end zone.
As one of our colleagues likes to say, calling the draw, everyone wants to yell all the time when the draw doesn't work. Like, what kind of play call was that? But it takes a little bit of fortitude to do that, and because you may catch them with the element of surprise and hit it, and in this case, they hit it for pay dirt.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Houston's offense taking over again. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, McLean. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Throw left side complete. That's Baker. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent or could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%. 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. He's got the hook up to Floyd. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's the second time on this drive that they've been able to convert on 3rd down, and it all starts with the basics, which is the protection. They gave him time to look around and find his man, and now they're in the red zone with a 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here, and that's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are able to move back in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need to score here, not just to follow momentum from your laughter, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth. Yeah, another negative could play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
On second and 11 now. Lawrence. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Texans will take over. So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. Come on. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they top 30. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Texans. A.J. Brown from 6 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Lawrence. His throw incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
2nd and 9 now. On the move to his left.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
Okay, ready? Steady.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Okay.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, they'll throw.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to throw now on first down. It's Floyd on the right.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Looking for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. The kick by Bass is good.
And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down.
Lawrence.
And his throw here's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready, go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And he is going to have a Jags first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Let's go now. Start.
They go play action with Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete.
Mark it.
Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Check, check.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
It's Hill, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Alert, alert.
On first down, Lawrence.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Hands here.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And Hill with it over the middle.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Come.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Now Lawrence.
Now he'll escape to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Houston set to take over.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know we spend a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a 3rd quarter score. And the Bears have scored again. They've got that one on cruise control.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 9.
1,
Now back to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out come the Jags.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A give to Williams, running right.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Check.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Come on, set. Ready to go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lawrence.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. McLean.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. This is caught. It's Floyd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Lawrence will throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down.
Kill. Opposite. Alert. Watch it.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From midfield now, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Up the middle, it's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2nd and 5. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Ready.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Going for it with Pierce.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go. Set.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Okay.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Finding Williams once more, complete.
They'll get it inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive.
Now Lawrence.
Dancing to his left. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. On second and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
Ready to go.
Now Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now Lawrence to throw.
Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So second and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now a handoff up the middle. McLean. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. On third down, here's Pierce. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars.
Down by 8, 65 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well.
Throwing now, Lawrence. Able to connect with Chark.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Lawrence. That's once again complete to Chark. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Flushed out right.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Houston, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God.